What's going on, YouTube? It's Matt here, back again with another medical device sales video. In this one, I wanted to go over the 3 biggest negatives that I see consistently with medical device careers. So if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. I channeled this or coined it, Becoming 1%, because I want you to become 1% of the medical sales applicants, okay? And if you are a returning person to this channel, thank you for your repeatedly watching my YouTube videos. It is very, very appreciated, and I will keep them coming out for you. So the number one thing that I wanted to talk about is going to be the time commitment. Most people, when they first begin and get into medical device sales, they hear that the time commitment is a lot. And a lot of times they think they can do it. But a lot of times this is because they haven't been in the job yet and they don't really realize what that time commitment is really like until they are in it. So I see a lot of newer med sales candidates either burn out within the first year or honestly even the first 6 months because they don't realize how much of a time commitment it is and how heavily stressful that time commitment is. Because if a surgeon needs you for something to do a surgery and you're not there and can't do it, you are completely the one to blame. So you have this large time commitment with a very, very large burden of responsibility on you, and it can definitely be a lot. Number 2 is going to be the pay structure. Some of these pay structures can be downright outrageous. Some are great, and some are just kind of, obviously in the middle. So I'll give you an example of some pay structures that I was on. So at first, with the first company, it was like base and commission. And actually, all the companies that have been base and commission, but the way that they are actually paid out can be incredibly different. So there was one company that I was paid out, I got a really, really small guarantee. And then at 4 months, I pretty much got all the bulk of my commission from the previous, 3 months. So I would get that bigger paycheck really once a quarter, and that was it. And I absolutely hated this. So obviously do like a budget, but honestly, it felt like I was just living sort of like paycheck to paycheck until I got that big quarterly lump sum, and that just made everything all right, which I really did not like at all. So obviously, like I was saying before, do your budget, figure out what works for you. I have now on a pay structure where it's like, I get a bi-weekly draw of what my whole entire guarantee would be, and then plus commission. So that is awesome for me because it works out. I get the bulk of my paycheck really up front. That's a typical, pay structure for how a lot of things are. So, but look into the pay structure that your company is offering and how they offer it and how they divvy it up, because you might be displeased with seeing, sort of a guaranteed salary that looks nice, but you have to really realize how it's actually paid out each and every month. And another one of the bigger negatives is having no experience. And I'm only talking about actually having no experience in getting your first job this time, because obviously when you're going to be getting your first job, it is absolutely amazing if you do have experience because you can jump right into the role. You can feel comfortable right off the bat. But a big downside to medical device jobs is if you're stepping in with no experience, you're not going to know the product that well. You're not going to know the surgeons that well. Everything is going to be new. And there's only a small subset of people that actually like that. They actually like building out new territories. These are like the true salespeople. I would call myself one of these because I've actually liked doing that each and every time when I've been tasked to do it. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people want to go into something that they're used to because comfort builds, a good structure around people. They feel safe, they feel comfortable. And when you don't have experience and you're new to it, you're not going to feel comfortable at all. So that is another drawback of a, medical sales career, especially being new or transitioning into it. It's not as forgiving for outsiders that are coming in as some other jobs might be. So those are 3 drawbacks of medical device sales. Let me know what you think down there in the comments. Thanks.